Hello everyone. So please pardon the rustiness of this video, and my god, I have tried to record this video like 6 times already, and this is why it has taken me so long to make an update, because the longer I wait the more rusty I get at this, and the more off kilter I get, the more things just fall apart as I'm talking. Like, it's real bad. So I've been trying to record an update for a while, but it has been a rough couple months, not in the usual way, but in an unexpected way. And to be real, it started when my friends got a house, and it's not because I want a house. That's not what started me on this path of non-updateness. It is the fact that, like, they moved in and they did all these projects and set up their house and made it look all beautiful, and I would come home and look around my apartment and be like, you live in a sty. And not in the sty you would expect. It's not like it was like I was knee high in garbage or anything. It's just that at some point, I don't know when it happened. There's no like distinct date or anything, but I just kind of gave up on this apartment. I have problems with this apartment. Just there's a bad leak in the bathroom that they can't seem to fix, and it really frustrates me because I really want it fixed, and I can just hear the leak every single day, and it gets to me. It just gets to my soul. And then also it's been so hot and humid, and my air conditioner just doesn't work to the capacity that I want it to. So I was just very hot and frustrated, which is not, you don't want to be those two things at once. And then on top of that, so loud. Oh my god, like, can you even hear them right now? Probably not, but so like, I know that's just 3 things, but they were making me so frustrated that I kind of gave up. And one day I was just, I don't know, it was after they got the house. I don't know what I was doing, what was happening when this came about, but I was like, you know what, you have to get your apartment in order, because the realization hits me, I don't have the money to move. I have to stay here, and just because I have to stay here doesn't mean I have to be stuck here. You know, I should make my place me. I should make it cute. I should unpack my stuff. I should buy stuff for it. I should take care of it, and then maybe it'll take care of me. And so I went for it, and that's what I have been working on. So for the most part, like, a good 80% chunk of that was this, getting things together. Like, for instance, like, it just small things that added up. Like, for instance, I moved this shelf behind me from over there to here, and I moved my writing stuff to, like, right now you're on my writing planning area that I set up. And my brother, bless his heart, got me an IKEA gift card, so I got 2 like 4 square calic shelves, and one has my playing stuff on it and one has my writing stuff on it. And because I did that, that freed this shelf up behind me so I could put my Nendroids. So I have all my Yuri on Ice Nendroids on there, and I wish you could see it, but you can't. But they're on there, and then on the bottom shelf I have my pull-up along with some spare fashion dolls I have, some Monster Highs, etc. are on the bottom, though those may move to that bookshelf once I move those books to a new bookshelf I'm putting on this side of my writing area. So for right now they're down there, but they may move, we'll see. But that, I like just doing small things like that, and I unpacked some things that I haven't had unpacked for so long, which includes like the face claims for my me and my best friend's characters, and my sunflowers, and the ashes of my cats, Clementine and of course Jolie. They were packed in a box because I was like, I don't have anywhere stable to put them, and it's things like that that was getting to my heart, my soul. I was like, they're trapped in a box because I don't have, I'm not setting up a place for them. I need to do things like that. So I did that amongst a lot of other things. So once things are more cleared up, I might do a, not really a full-on tour, but like, so you can just kind of grasp where everything is and how my setup is right now, because I'm loving it. I'm starting to really love it and love my space. Oh my God. And the leak continues. No problems have been fixed, except that when I walk in, I feel better looking around and seeing my stuff unpacked and where I want it. So, I mean, in a way that, you know, is the most helpful thing ever. But well, I don't know. But I love it. And also, just in case you noticed, yes, Connor body pillow. I think I mentioned I pre-ordered him, but if I didn't, I have a Connor body pillow. It's from Brill or Brochrist from Tumblr. It also came with this. Oh, I love it so much. I actually ship them. Brill does not, but they love their friendship, so they're like, I have this drawing, I'm gonna send a print with everyone. I was like, oh. So I love it so. But yeah, I've been buying stuff for my apartment and trying to take care of it and really make it me, and hopefully in doing that, not only do I feel better here, it just, I don't know, hopefully it improves my mood, because it's been real bad. So that's the biggest part of it. And I haven't, because it's been so humid, I actually haven't been doing any doll things. It's out of stubbornness too, because it got so humid that I couldn't finish Elia, and that frustrated me so much that, and I got so stubborn about it that I didn't want to work on any other doll. Which is dumb, I know, I get it, but that's just how it is. I was like, I can't paint any other doll, so screw it. And I was like, well, you can work on sewing, you can work on wigs, and nope, I didn't. So I'm hoping now that the weather is getting better that I start doing that stuff. And if I do, I will share that, because that's pretty much the main doll things I'll be doing. I plan to get one more doll this year, and that's a Soul Doll Liddell, and I'm only getting her now, or trying to get her now, because she's going to be discontinued. Otherwise it'd probably be zero more dolls this year, if only because I want to really focus and crack down and focus on getting the dolls I have together, getting them to a point where I can bring in another doll and not feel guilty. Because long and short of it, I just haven't been interested in buying dolls because of that. Because I look around and have so much to do with my other dolls, and it just feels weird being like, well, fuck that, let me bring in another. And I'm just like, I don't want to do that. So I'm definitely holding off on that, but she probably will be bought and brought home, I hope. Cross your fingers. If not, then she wasn't meant to be. That's how I'm looking at it, because I don't want to, and because you know, bring in too much extra dollness. I've had to let a lot of things like slip past me, like cells and heads that I like, and limiteds, etc. And I was like, well, if I can get it, maybe I will, but if I can't, then it wasn't meant to be. That means I can't get it. And that's just how life is right now. And I don't mind that. I don't mind working on the dolls I have and getting them in order. I just really need the weather to not be shit because it still is my motivation when it's too hot. Like I also hate it when it's like far too cold, but I can almost deal with that more than the heat because like at least I can fling a heater on me and actually have it work. But a fan just blows hot air in your face when it's too hot. So yeah, it's just, yes. So most of my doll updates will be projects I'm doing with them. And I mean, that's not a bad thing or anything, or something no one wants to see. But I did just want to, you know, put that out there. And I also do plan to do writing updates every once in a while, which brings me to the new writing-esque thing I'm trying out. Of course, previously I was trying out this, and I still am in a way trying this out with, you know, it has no lines or anything. I'm really liking the paper. I just really like this, but I wanted to add, and this is YouTube's fault. Excuse me. Let me take a sip of this. My throat is like, oh God. Probably because I've been trying to record this like several times, but my throat feels like it's trying to kill me. Anyway, I wanted to put more structure into my writing, and I've been watching so many YouTube videos about like people putting themselves on a timeline and scheduling, and I've become such a planner person that I was like, ooh, I should try scheduling myself and giving myself deadlines, etc., etc. So I actually bought this. It's backwards. Is the Erin Condren Deluxe Monthly Planner that I have added note pages to. So I call this my glorified notebook. But and then, as you can see, even though it's backwards, this is We Are Alive. It also down here says hold on a little while longer. Excuse me, hold on just a little while longer. Both quotes from Detroit Become Human, because I'm trash. But how this works is that in the front, you know, it has your standard monthly stuff and whatnot, but and then you get to, it also has your calendar. Excuse me. So this was July, and all the time, this is, you know, washi tape. All the time, bleh, all the squares where you see this washi tape means I didn't do anything writing related. So July was a bad month, but basically it has the calendar, and what I want to do with the calendar is use this specifically for writing, and I want to keep track of the days where I do nothing at all writing related, so I have a visual of how shitty I'm being. And then, but also I want a visual of what I get done, and then I also want to start using this starting probably next month, but starting shortly I want to use it for actual deadlines. So I want to be like, let's use this as an example. So the 4th, I want to put down that by this day I want to have 5,000 words, something like that. Or I want to put on each day 1,000 words, 1,000 words, 1,000 words, 1,000 words, things like that. So I have a goal each day that I can possibly get it done. Like there's some days that are useless. Usually Saturdays I'm off doing anime shenanigans with my friends. And sometimes like Fridays don't really work out because that's usually when I see a movie. Not as much lately because there's been a lot of crappy movies coming out, but that usually not. So like there's probably still going to be a lot of days where I'm not doing anything writing related, but I want visuals, I want to set goals, etc. So I did decide to give this a try. I have tried it for just 2 months now, so I'm going to wait until the end of September to really give a any sort of thoughts on the whole thing. But I don't know, I'm really enjoying it so far, because like after the month, there's note pages. So I've been using note pages for actual notes that I'm trying to work out Benny's story, because he's real frustrating. And has changed his mind a couple times, and doesn't want to cooperate with me, but also wants to. It's been something. But then like so after each single like month, there's that, and then you get to the back, and there's just dedicated note pages. So I have 80 in here because I wanted to make it a standard notebook. You can add though 120, I believe. Wait, up to 120, because I think it comes with 40. I added 40 more, and I think you can add yet another 40. If I could go back in time, I would go up to 120, because like I'm just like, I don't know if these pages will last a whole year, but that's fine. It doesn't really have to. This is mostly an on-the-go thing, and if I eventually write myself out of this, I can either, I can figure it out. Like, I can just get another notebook. You can actually uncoil these and take pages out, so I could always like uncoil, and recoil just the monthly. I will figure it out, but for right now I'm just trying stuff, and YouTube made me try it because I want to be as organized as all the authors I see on YouTube. So that's another big thing that's happening with me. I also I had some Amazon credit saved up, so I got a Cricut. And with the Cricut, I'm hoping to use it in both my planning but also my doll projects, and cross my fingers that it will work. Because I want to use it for like t-shirt designs for my dolls. I want to use it for like tattoo stuff, I'm hoping. And also it's not a Cricut Maker, it's the Cricut Explorer Air 2, but I heard it can go through some fabrics, so it'd be neat to have it cut patterns for me. That would be friggin' sweet. So we shall see. I haven't used it officially yet, but I'm hoping to do that this weekend for a light project, and we'll go from there. But I'm hoping that I can get it together and get back into recording videos. I'm going to try my damnedest to go back to recording at least every single Thursday. I really want to start doing that again, even if it's just a light update and the video's like 2 seconds long. Okay, not 2 seconds. 5 minutes, we'll say it like that. Even if it's mostly nothing. But at the same time, the reason why I want to make videos every Thursday, or at least every week, is I want it to hold me accountable to doing something, because otherwise I won't. So I would love to get on here and be like, oh, I wrote more on this, or I made something with my Cricut, or I finished a face up, I finished a wig, I did blah 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 blah. I want to be able to do that. So to do that, I have to give you those updates. I have to do it. I have to do something. So that is what I'm hoping, that this will keep me motivated, that I can keep myself motivated, that basically I just want to keep myself motivated from like every single angle I can. So getting my apartment together, that is something that I'm hoping to help in that regards. And having this space just to write, having that space just for doll projects, just for sewing and face ups, doll projects right there. I'm just hoping that having things set up like that, having these videos, having just my apartment not in complete disarray will all help me, because like honestly, whew, these last few months have been garbage, mental garbage. Not as bad as it would have been in the past, so that's a great thing. I definitely felt progress in that regards, because I was like, you know what, if this was a couple years ago, this would be madness. I would like I would have shut down completely. But this time around I was like, okay, so you have a problem, let's work on it. And I did. I worked on it, and I need, it's still a work in progress. Like for instance, I have some posters and some pictures I want to put back here. I have some posters I want to put over there. I want to figure out what to do with the space across from me. Like, it's bugging me because it's so empty. But I don't want to put a bookshelf there because I don't think I need it. And I don't want to just get a bookshelf to put it there because it's tall and will take up space. I'd rather put like a big art thing there, so I don't know. So it's all still a work in progress, and it becomes a little more me every single day. And I really, really love it. So I hope that feeling continues, and I hope the writing continues. I'm going to work on that right now, actually. I just want to work on a little bit of it while my Kindle charges, because I have to read Julian by Ella Frank. Like, I have to read that now because she just came out with the 3rd book, Priest. And if you don't know who Ella Frank is, don't. Because here's the thing. Okay, here's the thing. 2 warnings here. Let's take this time to give you some life lessons, because why not? Life lessons. 1, don't start collecting androids, because they're never ending. And if you end up liking them, like, there's people who don't like androids. I wish I was one of those people, because when you start liking them, that's where part of your doll money goes. So just don't do it. Just don't do it. So that's 1. And just something I've been wanting to say for a while to somebody. So congrats. But the next one is, don't start reading Ella Frank, because if you like romance, as they're calling it, but let's be for real, it is gay erotica. If you like that and you start reading Ella Frank, then you don't want to read anything else but Ella Frank, and that gets annoying. Because like, I'm like, I just want to read a non-erotica book. Like, I've been trying. I tried to read Girl on the Train, and I stopped reading it. I was like, come on. I stopped reading it to read what did I stop? Robbie by Ella Frank. I was like, are you kidding me? Get back to Girl on the Train, because you want to watch the movie, but you want to read the book first. I mean, come on. So yeah, so just don't. But yeah, I have to charge my Kindle, and I was like, ooh, well, that charges, I'll do some writing stuff, because I got read for filth today by what's her name, Jenna Morisi. She read me for hella filth today. I was like, damn. And not even like personally, like, she uploaded a YouTube video and I watched it, and I was like, oh damn. I was like, you called me out. That is rude. Don't call me out like that in front of people. Man, my friends could be watching this and you call me out like that. That's rude. So because like, oh my god, the one thing that I felt the most called out about is even though I track it in this monthly thing. I track down when I do any sort of like studying about plot and stuff like that, and I will still note that, but she's like, look, you need to write, watch, like, learning about plotting and watching YouTube videos about writing and doing blah, 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 blah is not writing. And I was like, but, and then she kept telling me my life and being like, that is wrong. So I want to buckle down and start doing that. I also need to make a routine, something I've been needing to do for a while but haven't, but I need to work on that. But yeah, she called me out a little bit. So anyway, let me go ahead and go and charge my Kindle and do some writing and stop blathering at you. But I did want to stop in for an update. I feel a lot better stopping in for an update because, like, I don't know, it's nice to say out loud to people my small but also big accomplishments of, like, you know, getting my apartment together or working on it, actually working on it and stuff like that. It feels really nice. I really enjoy it. Because, like, you know, it's like giving yourself a pat on the back, but also explaining it to people so you don't sound like you're patting. But I am. So anyway, let me go, and I'm gonna finish my coffee and do my stuff. And hopefully you guys are having a great time. Ooh, no, that's not for me. I saw a UPS truck. I was like, oh, is that for? And then I was like, what did you order? You ordered nothing. Oh my god, I'm a mess. Let me go. Let me go. Enjoy your evenings, and thank you for listening to me if you made it this far. And hopefully, I hope, please cross your fingers, I'm going to write in my planner to hold myself up to it. But hope to see you next week and with some more updates. And yeah, that's it.